Welcome and good day, Philippines. I'm Shanaia Natividad, your studio anchor here in JBZ News, bringing you the latest yet insightful news. As the 2022 election approaches, candidates are starting to campaign and present their platforms to the public. Political issues are also becoming the topic of discussions and debates. We have here Kimberly Remorin reporting.
Since the recent events in filing of candidacy, many were shocked and worried about the upcoming new administrations. Many are concerned about how they will handle these political issues circulating around the PH government, such as migration, ghost projects, and payrolls. Some citizens can hide their opinion on how the government should lead our country, just like Engineer Harem Silang, an OFW in Dubai for 10 years. He is an engineer at United Engineering Construction Company. Good day, Engineer Silang. Will you register for next year's election? And what are your expectations for the upcoming new administrations?
Yes, I will certainly vote for the upcoming election. Perhaps I'll already registered for overseas absentee voting. Even though that I am far away from the Philippines, it is still my right and duty to vote for my home country's future. I simply expect them to act on labor migration since this issue has dramatically increased year by year.
Then, what are your reasons for migrating?
Me and my wife are raising three children, two in elementary and one in high school. After seeing all of the expenses for my children's tuition fees, needs, bills, and loans, we realized that our monthly budget was insufficient to survive. So we decided that I would migrate to be an OFW in Dubai. I have decided to apply in Dubai since engineering is one of the top paying jobs. Luckily, I was accepted.
For the same reason as Engineer Silang, millions of Filipinos migrate to other countries each year for labor. Filipinos frequently work and then migrate to another country in search of a better life, as other countries may offer higher wages and more and better opportunities. For most Filipinos, migration has become common, acceptable, and even desirable, since opportunities in other countries meet their expectations. How is your work? Are you meeting your expenses now that you are overseas?
Yes, I've been earning enough money to support my family and at the same time support my living expenses here. Compared to when I still working back in the Philippines, my salary is insufficient to support my family needs. I also find it difficult to look for the jobs since the demand for the profession I got is increasing. As you can notice, Philippines has limited job opportunities to support a vast number of job applicants.
Good to hear that. What do you think about migration as an OFW? Does it have a positive or negative impact?
As someone who works overseas and is getting a decent salary, I can say that migration helps improve people's quality of life by assisting them to get better job opportunities abroad. But this can easily be outweighed if there are enough sustainable local jobs in our country. In all fairness, I don't think that I'll be working abroad if I can get paid adequately there. It was a big decision for me to work overseas. At first, I was scared because I heard a lot of news about migrants being exposed to exploitation and abuse, such as contract violations, sexual harassment, assault, and discrimination. Fortunately, that wasn't the case for me. I was able to find a decent job here in Dubai, but it still saddens me that some of my compatriots had to experience it. This is one of the negative impacts of migration. It can cause overpopulation issues, language barriers, and can cause fast transmission of the virus, which is happening today due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Aside from migration, graft and corruption remain as one of the political issues that are affecting the economy. For the past years, tens of billions of pesos worth of projects were found by the Commission of Audit to have deficiencies and were estimated to have been wasted. As a new administration will be appointed next year, citizens expect that this issue will be resolved. Here is Hillary with Mr. Kyle Pellegrina and Ms. Fatima Contreras for an exclusive report.
Good day, Mr. and Miss. Thank you for joining us today. You might be possibly aware that the Philippines is one of the corrupt countries in Asia. With a widespread of graft and corruption across the country, what can you say about the said problems as citizens of this country?
I have actually experienced this a couple of times before. There was a donation drive said to be implemented by the government, but the said plan never had any further updates on its progress. I was stuck, wondering just where it went. I really think we should have more transparency as to where the funds collected by the government actually goes. Corruption has really plagued our government.
I also experienced this issue and was not treated right for my job. Not just me, but thousands of nurses were also underpaid and overworked. At the start of this pandemic, we were assured that we would be given everything we required to save lives, like the distribution of millions of protective medical items. But where did the funds go? We continued to work under dangerous conditions. One of my coworkers even has to wear the same N95 mask for 5 days. This COVID-19 has exposed the system that underprotects us.
Health workers are the most affected, especially now during the pandemic. Many have opted to resign because none of them gets the benefits and protection they should have. In fact, the salary of nurses now is only 14,000 pesos a month. Yet, as pressure mounts at hospital fighting the pandemic, many healthcare workers are protesting to demand an end to what they call as government neglect and unpaid benefits. Given your experiences, will this affect your political choices next year?
As I said earlier, corruption has plagued our government. It definitely affects my political choices next year. I also agree with the statements of Miss Fatima. Having great leaders can help the community to strive for the better on handling corruption and other economic issues. Nowadays, we live in a society where government officials are abusing their power for their benefit. My heart breaks when I see them not fulfilling their responsibilities. They would really need to trample others for their success.
I can say that it can affect my political choices next year. Choosing the right leader should be an option because they can help to develop our society and economy. If our community is in the hands of the right people, then we can start to make a difference by handling economic issues. A great leader is true for their core values and serves the community without anything in return.
Plans that end up nowhere to be found drastically hinder the potentially beneficial project for both the country and the citizens. Workers hired for the said job could quickly lose it suddenly, or the other way around wherein the project does not get executed at all and job opportunities are wasted. This project can even be the starting process to achieve development. However, if official keeps on participating in alleged ghost project, then development will eventually be delayed, causing disruption in the economic growth and social and environmental development. Aya?
Thank you, Hillary. And there you have it. Let us vote and choose wisely this upcoming 2022 elections. This is Shanaia Natividad here in JBZ News, bringing you the latest yet insightful news. Have a great day ahead.